Good morning. Today I'm going to do an how to edit PDFs if you do not have some sort of paid for program. I've used this site before in the past and it seems to work pretty well. First, I need you to open up your web browser. Chrome, Internet Explorer, or Firefox will do. And I need you to search for PDFescape. You should see a website that looks something like this. So this tutorial is to show you how, if you have a PDF that has blank spots on it and you just want to fill in the blank, or if you have a PDF that maybe you want to edit some of the content on it. You could also use this if, let's say, you have a government form that has a fillable space in it, and you could do it. And I'm going to kind of talk about those three styles. So first thing that you want to do is click on Edit right here. That left click. The second one, we are going to upload a PDF. So left click on that. Then we're going to go down to Choose File. So go ahead and left click on Choose File. I've already have a pre-made one that I'm going to use, and it's called How to File. Left click on it. Depending on your computer, that particular process might take a couple seconds. So the first one is we have a blank form that we want to add text to. So I want you to go over here to the left here and left click on the word text. See how it highlights? Then make your cursor basically your cursor right where you want to start typing. I'm going to hit it right there and left click, and now you can see how it's blinking. Now you're also able to change your font size or type and your font size, bold, italic, or underlined. You can even change the color. Again, all you got to do is make sure that you're on text, make sure that's highlighted, left click, and you see a flashing line. And my first company that I worked for would be ABC Inc. Okay. Now I want to go down to the next line. Again, this is not as smooth as it could be, but you just take your mouse pointer, you click down here on the line where you want to continue typing, and you left click. My other company I worked for was Acme. Or something. Backspace works the same. And now, let's say I want to put a check in that box. I'm going to click and put a left click there and X. Same thing down here, left click and X. Now let's say you did make a typo and you want to highlight on that ABC. Now this can be a little tricky at times, but notice how you have the up and down mouse icon or pointer, if you will, and then when I hover over the word, it changes to a 4-point. That's where I should be able to click on that ABC. Over here, I won't be able to click on the ABC, but here I will. So let's see if that's true. I'm going to left click and see how it highlights over that, and then I should be able to delete. So I would be able to edit. But if I left click over here, all it's letting me do is type new words. So just kind of keep that in the back here, how to. The other thing is, Let's say this form, I want to edit this, the 2018. Now this is a neat little function. It doesn't, again, work perfectly, but it does work. I want to click on whiteout up here and left click. Now think of your pointer as a paintbrush, and it's a paintbrush that you only get one shot at painting. So I'm going to start that pointer above the 2 over here. Then I want to left click and hold my left click. And then I want to drag over the space that I want to white out. I would suggest making a little bit bigger than it is. Okay? Now once I've done it, see how it's grayed out? Now I let go of my left click and see how it's moved and it looks like it's whited out. I can even, if I hover over these little black dots, I can resize it if I would like to. Say if I didn't make it big enough, I can make it a bigger spot. Now something that I've noticed with this, try not to get frustrated with it and just start left clicking. So right over here, I'm just going to left click. Well, see how it just made a big old spot and left clicked and whited all that out? Now it didn't really get rid of any of the information. It just looks like it's gone. I'm going to do a couple of those. Oh shoot, boom, and white out. How you do that, and then I'm going to, basically I'm show you how to get rid of those dots. Again, the pointer. Look how the pointer looks like a normal mouse pointer. When I hover over that white spot, it changes to the 4 little points. At that time, I can right click on that box and it will give me the options to do more things. I want to delete that object. And now your words are back. Same thing over here. I'm going to go to this box. Pointer, 4 pointers. I want to right click and delete that object. Now back over here to the area that we did want to adjust. We've white outed it. Now we want to go to text. We want to select where we want to start the text right here. Now we don't care if it's perfect, but we do know that this text is a little bit bigger. So we're going to go bold up to 14. Let's try 16. And we're going to change it to maybe times Roman. Okay, so there we go. And we're going to type in 2017. Again, it may not look exactly like the same font, but it is pretty close. If you want to adjust that font, you could just go right up here, click, and try something else. That one looks pretty close. Then the next step is, how do we save it and get it onto our computer? So coming over here on the left side, saving the document, we'll store it onto this website, and the free version is for about 7 days. I suggest making a username and account, because then with the next time you log in, you'll have a recent file. And I'm going to show you that in a second. But to get it onto our computer, we need to hit the save and download. With Chrome, you can see that it's right down here. With Internet Explorer, it's going to be in the dead center. And with Firefox, you're going to have a little down arrow up here on the top right. Now, how do we know where this saved? Well, by default, it's in our downloaded folder. Everybody's computer has little bit different icons, but for the most part, it's the same. For me, I'm going to go down here. If I want to reopen it somewhere else, I'm going to go down here with Windows 10 and look for my folder, Folder Explorer. I'm going to click on my Downloads folder. And then for ease of use, I'm going to click on Date Modified. And then that should bring up the last file that was modified. Now I want to point out, see how this one has little lines underneath it? That's kind of showing you that that's an edited file versus this one was my original one, how-to file does not have any lines. So when you double click on this file, the edited file, and you open it with your Adobe Reader free version, you can see that it's been edited. 2017, ABC Inc., Acme. Hopefully this video has been helpful. I look forward to making a few other how-to videos. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below, and I will do my best to address them and make these videos a little bit clearer.